Well, a happy, merry Christmas Eve. It's me, Meg Bliss, the Craigslist elf. Nah, I'm just kidding, it's me, Teal. But I did think that was a really hilarious character that I just made up on the spot for certainly one of the funniest poems I've ever come up with, or most peculiar, most odd, most bizarre, whatever you want to call it. Just kind of came through my brain portal last night through a series of truthful events. The beginning of the poem is the truth of how I often am unable to fall asleep when it's a wise time to fall asleep. I'm always wide awake when I shouldn't be and sleepy when I ought not be. But hey, I'm a little nice, a little naughty. What are you gonna do? Sitting by a cozy fire, and it's just so perfect. It just inspires the holiday. It sure does. I feel holiday-licious. That's for sure. But yeah, Meg Bliss, just made her up on the spot. I thought I was gonna do something about elves, and then I just wasn't sure. And then I couldn't sleep last night, so I was perusing Craigslist, and I came up with this total, utter hilarity craziness. But you know, a lot of my poems have been very serious, very deep dives into what's going on with me. Oh gosh, and I didn't delete yesterday's poem, so I just started freaking out because the intro of this is so good. Let's just get into it. Let's just hope for a Christmas miracle on storage, and hopefully it doesn't crap out on me. Okay, so happy Christmas Eve. Here's my really weird poetry. It's called, speaking of weird, it's called Weird Gifts, care of Craigslist. Often I scroll Craigslist till I get sleepy. Would you look at that? There's a whole teepee for only $50. There's hemp dog collars. A fake Christmas tree taller than 3 people combined. I managed to find Lord of the Rings characters. Naturally, they're limited editions. There's a suitcase drum in good condition, and very creepy George and Martha Washington dolls. There's a DIY birdhouse condo. You know you want some free deflated basketballs. For the woman who has it all, a shawl with cat faces made of intricate embroidery, a slightly damaged children's dresser, plus a mighty fine cow-bred miniature Hereford heifer. I tell you, it just gets better and better. They have doll leg casts and crutches. There's frilly touches on what is described as a flirty holiday apron. You could have loads of fun with Superman pinball, a string of brightly colored gourds. There's actually quite a lot of knives and swords. If you can afford it, there's a silk canopy for a classy bed, or, more affordable, a Mr. Bean bobblehead. You could gift nostalgic joy with a Susie Homemaker toy oven, or get dressed for lovin' in pre-owned lingerie. Hey, you could play a Wurlitzer organ, which there's always a few of. If you have a Donna in your life that you love, there's a custom ornament just for her. If you want to be sure to annoy anyone within your zone, you could get... No! Babe, run and see if a page fell on the floor of the computer room. It has to! Ah! This can't be happening. I know it had to have fallen on the floor. If you want to be sure to annoy anyone within your zone, you could get the page that you left. You could get a Primo electric megaphone. Phew. We'd have to take out a loan, but they have a few of our dream Airstreams. For a few greenbacks, you could have a miniature Mario and Luigi figurines. Or there's always questionably clean mattresses, some oversized neon martini glasses. Already open bath salts are listed as stocking stuffers. There's a giant inflatable ride-on alligator, cowboy boot house slippers, some very rusty hedge clippers, a Build-A-Bear pink llama, which I didn't know was a thing. You could bring home a free bottle of Jergens lotion. Also free, 50-gallon oil drums. It's no fun watching a smooth TV. For absolutely nothing, totally free, you could scoop up a spider-webbed cracked plasma TV. Also, for 0 pennies, you could be the proud owner of a police barrier for your car. Really raising that bar on strange Craigslist items. There's some adult items I won't mention. A Theracane to ease your tension. There's some interesting inventions like a lamp that doubles as a guitar amp. There's slightly faded collectible stamps. A very splintered skateboard ramp. Anyone would be delighted to own a bronze sculpture titled Undivided Attention, a multi-dimensional view of a herd of mountain goats and a mountain lion who hopes he just came across dinner. You could look like a true winner in a holographic Back to the Future 2 hat. You could soup up your ride with very, very, very fat truck tires. I was inspired by various original art. My heart got to pounding to see the sight of my dream bike, a Schwinn Stingray with a banana seat. I really liked a rather neat green snake ashtray that says, "I remember when you didn't have a pit to hiss in." If you'd like to listen to some wax records, there's several Victrolas to choose from. You could have loads of fun playing giant yard Jenga slightly worn. You could raise one of several recently born fainting goats. There's some extremely rusty boats. You could float along with a very unique pet if you get a Kunekuni piglet. Or instead of getting another dog, you could own a Christmas hedgehog. Yes, that's how it's advertised. There's oversized boxing gloves, or perhaps your family would love some expired vitamins. All your kin could use some slightly damp patio cushions, or how would you like to be pushing your baby in an antique buggy? There's a slightly used Snuggie. I know I love mine. Your house would sure look fine if you snagged your very own giant lava lamp, a 10-foot windmill fan. You could win over any man or any woman with the books, Capture His Heart and Capture Her Heart, which the owner is willing to part with for just $5. If you need a leather fringe western trench coat, you're in luck. Don't get stuck at a party with wine without a damn fine shark bottle opener. You could be the owner of a Harley Davidson vest for your dog. You could start a blog with a Barbie who has a video camera built into her chest. Or if you need another unique item for your furry best friend, they can spend their nights in a rolling barn dog house. I was certainly drawn in by the Mickey Mouse clock, but it's broken. If you need a small token, there's a panda silver dollar. Everyone would know you're a baller if you placed on display, proud and tall, a 1970s Cher doll. You could practice running into walls with several vintage leather football helmets. I'll bet you know someone who could use a free toilet. If you're not yet through gifting, there's nothing more uplifting than a banana nut bread scented candle. You could pair some Haracha sandals with a clay flute complete with a leather case. You could certainly find a place for a vintage angel with a chipping face that would complete any Christmas array. For hours on end, you could play on a PGA Golf Tour Challenge coin-op arcade game. It would be a shame if you let the chance to possess a very stained wedding dress go by. Don't be hesitant or you may just miss a chance at a huge pewter pheasant. If you find bird items pleasant, there's His and Hers Ducks Unlimited 60th Anniversary watches. Also vintage bowling patches from the 70s, which I actually want. Some baby dolls that look like they'd haunt your home. There's a karaoke machine missing its microphone if you are loud when you sing. I like the Star Trek Worf figurine in original packaging. Wouldn't you love to bring a dancing Santa to your holiday party or get some Christmas boxers and you'll never be bored? I'm sure you could find a great home for a frog planter and they'll throw in a gnome. You could have your very own Swedish duck hens, and if they need fine feathered friends, there's a Sandjack long crower rooster. There's an electric scooter covered in stickers, or if you need to get your babies fed quicker, there's a well-priced electric breast pump. Or you could gift a bright green trumpet, a vintage Motley Crue jacket, a unique metal cast fruit and vegetable cart complete with horse, driver, and cargo. There's a free baby grand piano, a rock heater that glows for an iguana if that's something you want to snatch up, a chipped Christmas cup. If you need help climbing up, there's a handmade log ladder, or a striking zebra furniture set. Who could let a framed picture of Albert Einstein slip by? You could have a free monkey plush with a missing eye. You could fly a Wright Brothers model plane. Who could refrain from buying custom cornhole pallets? Who doesn't need a country angel trinket dish? Anything you desire or wish for. Why go to a store? Just tour the goods on your friendly neighborhood Craigslist. I made it through. I'm so scared of my storage running out because I forgot to delete yesterday's poem. So I'm going to say blessings from my home and my hearth to your home and your heart. I love you all so much for being with me this whole year. Oh, my dears, we've done so much poetry. Oh my, oh me. Check out this vest I'm sporting, just for the record. Okay, yeah, speaking of records, I'm gonna go listen to my vintage Christmas records, a few of which I got on Craigslist. You betcha I did. And there's presents hid all over in the stockings and under the tree. Thanks for joining me. And cool Yule and Merry Christmas and all the holidays, Kwanzaa and Hanukkah, and gosh, I love ya. Okay, come back tomorrow because it's Christmas Day and you know I'm gonna have something to say about it in the form of poetry. Hooray! Happy Christmas Eve.